best dining experiences in New York City. Hello and welcome to Driver to It. Bushy here, and today we're back with another fun and free video. And this time we're talking all things food. We're going to be looking at some of the best dining experiences in New York City. We're going to take you through some iconic restaurants, classic eateries, and hidden gems that have to be seen to be believed. From fine dining to budget gourmet, this is the definitive guide to New York food. So in no particular order, let's get started. Katz's Delicatessen. Unfortunately, most of New York's old-fashioned Jewish delis are now gone, but not Katz's. This super famous sandwich house is still thriving, still rammed with both locals and tourists alike. Some come for the history, most for the food. Opened in 1888 on 205 East Houston Street, Katz's had served the best pastrami and corned beef, cured for 30 days and sliced by hand. The sandwiches here aren't cheap. You're looking at $20 to $30 for a meal, and it's always super busy. You may have also seen this restaurant in the movies, like in When Harry Met Sally, when Meg Ryan has a moment, causing another woman to say the iconic line, "I'll have what she's having." Mario's. Sitting on Arthur Street in the heart of the Bronx is the century-old Mario's. Owned and operated by the Maglucci family, the interior looks untouched, full of oil paintings, Michelangelo statuettes, and white columns. They still serve one of the best pizzas in New York, and their pastas, chicken parmigiana, and linguine with clam sauce are phenomenal. Just to reiterate that old nostalgic Bronx charm, the walls are lined with photographs of everyone famous who ever ate here, from Muhammad Ali to Clint Eastwood. Nathan's Famous. Before it was the giant chain, Nathan's Famous was a New York institution. The original building, still standing in the same spot since 1916, has been selling cheap, greasy hot dogs along the boardwalk for over a century. It's not exactly gourmet, but there's a certain charm and aesthetic worth exploring. The Original Soup Man. Fans of the cult comedy series Seinfeld might remember the infamous episode featuring the Soup Nazi. This character and establishment was created after a real person, Ali Al-Yageni, who ran a chain of soup restaurants in the 80s and 90s. The service has the same militaristic charm. If you take too long to order or stand in the wrong place, don't be surprised if you hear, "No soup for you." My recommendation? Try the lobster bisque. Delmonico's. Delmonico's on Beaver Street calls itself America's finest restaurant. I don't know if that's true, but the food is certainly spectacular. Open since 1837, it claims the title of being the inventors of baked Alaska and eggs Benedict, alongside lobster Newburgh, chicken a la Keene, and of course, the Delmonico steak. Nam Wah Tea Parlor. If you truly want a historic meal with an old world feel, head down to Chinatown and visit Nam Wah Tea Parlor on Doyer Street. It's the oldest Chinese restaurant in New York City, first opening its doors in 1920, and the interior shows. You can't go past their dim sum, the pork buns, the sticky rice and lotus leaves, the shrimp and chive dumplings, and any of the rice rolls. Bamonte's. Bamonte's restaurant is not only the oldest restaurant in North Brooklyn, founded in 1900 by Italian immigrant Pascal Bamonte, but the restaurant claims to be the oldest Italian eatery in all of New York City. There was a time when the most important people in Italian America came to Bamonte's, and their photos are proudly displayed on the wall. De Niro, Sinatra, and many others have passed through the doors. It also has the dubious reputation of being a former mobster hangout, a favorite for Sonny Black Napolitano. I recommend the baked clams or the pork chops topped with peppers. Old Town Bar. Old Town Bar has been open since 1892, making it another one of New York City's ancient bars that survived Prohibition. The space itself, with its tiled floors, wooden booths, and a mahogany bar, is one of the main attractions. But Old Town also serves a superb burger and wings. Dine downstairs and your food will be delivered to the bar via an old-fashioned dumbwaiter from the kitchen upstairs. Barbetta. This opulent Italian restaurant in the Theater District has been around since 1906 and owned by the same family the entire time. It claims to be the first New York restaurant to serve a whole lot of things, including risotto, white truffles, sun-dried tomatoes, tiramisu, and decaf espresso. Perhaps that's true, but the real draw is the Garden, one of the best alfresco dining areas in the city. Grand Central Oyster Bar and Restaurant. For over 100 years, the Grand Central Oyster Bar has been serving the freshest oysters and seafood in New York City. blessed with a spectacularly ornate backdrop of vaulted tiled ceilings. The landmark first opened in 1913, and although going bankrupt several times, has been refurbished and brings a new level of decadence to the 21st century. Try the raw oysters or the famed oyster pan roast. Although if seafood isn't your thing, the bar has some magnificent continental sides and cocktails. And that's all we have time for today. I'm Bushi with Driver To It, and it's been another amazing video about the city I love. Like this video if you've learned something, and subscribe to Driver To It so you can check out our other free helpful guides. See you next time!